Next up, Miss Lily Faye is a woman divided, indeed. Keep your eyes on her. You never know what she'll do next, but you don't want to miss it, and never, ever trust her, they say. She is modeling a 1920s celery green swimsuit with flapper color contrast neckline in yellow, orange, and mint green. How about a hand for Miss Lily Faye? Next up, we have Mr. Orion Weldon. He is a scholar of the avian persuasion. His peculiar interest led him to take long forays into the wild, where he dances sometimes, just sometimes, and he is modeling a 1930s Navy swim trunk with 1930s YMCA swim patch with belt and athletic blue knit tank. You see those spell letters, DR2? How about a hand for Mr. Weldon? Next up on the dance floor, the man who curated this whole baby. He's wearing a 1920s black swimsuit with Art Deco arrows in blue and yellow, with a swim-away belt with chevron metal buckle. He was rescued from an attic. Aren't we lucky? He is also wearing a 1920s inspired red swim cap inspired by Miss Halo 5, as well as carrying a rare 1920s air rubber fish sheep swim float device to assist in people learning to swim. You come up closer and check out the amazing illustrations printed on it. Thank you. Boo! Next up, we have Evan. Give me a hand for Evan. He is wearing an orange Macy's cream wool tank with Art Deco diamond panel and chevron detail razorback, navy brief to boot. Evan is outdoorsy and smart and won the solo Charleston contest just this past June. How about another hand for Evan? All right, step on up, Miss Silver. Give it up for Lainey Silver right now. She is modeling a Kelly green deco bathing suit. She is an avid dancer, bird watcher, and silent film enthusiast. She enjoys cool dips in the Atlantic with the Polar Bear Club, as well as knitting circles. How about another hand for Lainey Silver? Next up, we have Gio Ola. Mr. Ola is from Sweden. He is wearing a royal blue onesie with patriotic early plastic buttons and a white belt. He is a Balboa dance champion and quite the dapper dance. Look at those moves, Mr. Gio Ola. Next up on the dance floor, Dr. Sketchy's New York's luminary art model, Miss Dante Posh. Dante Posh wears a 1930s inspired wool swimsuit created by Miss Halo 5 Designs with boat, keys, and belt with red Bakelite buckle. I can see it from here. You may itch wearing this woolen creation. Hell, we're scratching along with you. But one thing's for certain, you are looking good as you itch. That fashionable scratch, Miss Dante Posh. Next up, a man only a face a mother can love. Mrs. Corey. Give it up for Corey. He wrote these notes himself, folks. Corey isn't your typical chic indeed, but be careful, ladies, this cool cat's bank is closed. He is wearing black, gray, and white striped onesie with cutouts, sans belt. How about another hand for Corey? Next up, we have Mimi. Welcome Mimi to the dance floor. Mimi is a Jazz Age lawn party veteran and a flapper at heart. She performs and teaches solo Charleston as well as other swing dances. Today she's wearing a burgundy and black wool onesie with flapper silhouette details. How about another hand for Mimi? Next up, we have Oran Toby. He rode his camel here today from the holy city of Jerusalem. He's wearing a very attractive two-piece, two-tone bathing ensemble of impeccable cotton. You can see this young man cutting moves on the dance dance floor later today. Thank you, Mr. Toby. Next up, we're gonna welcome Maya Shapiro. She comes from the old land of Palestina. She is wearing a lovely navy onesie with great belt and buckle in lightweight summertime wool. How about a hand for that lightweight summertime wool? And how about another hand for Maya Shapiro? All right, coming up next to the dance floor, no stranger, Matthew Carl Gale of Brooklyn is originally from San Francisco. He is wearing a vintage recreation of the swimsuits worn by the bathers at the famed Sutro baths, as you can see by the lettering on his chest. He's modeled a few of these vintage swimsuits, and this one is by far the itchiest. And last but certainly not least, veterans truly of the lawn party, welcome Mrs. Stephanie, Glenn, and Eric! Miss Glenn is wearing a design by Katner and Mantor, lovely wool bathing suit. It took her 2 days, supposedly, to get Eric ready for this. 2, right? 2 days? 2 days! Eric's prancing around there. We will see them on the dance floor. How about another hand for Stephanie, Glenn, and Eric? Glenn! All right, I believe we're gonna have a little dance-off right now. So we're gonna welcome back all the bathing beauty and bow promenaders. How about another hand, Mr. Bow?